Now, previously we covered First Timothy, that was Paul's first letter to Timothy. And today we're starting in on his second letter, Second Timothy chapter 1. Here are my three things. First of all, Timothy was mentored by his mom. We're going to read that in just a minute. I think it's really cool that she discipled him and passed on her faith to her son. Second thing I want to pull out of this is that God hasn't given us a spirit of fear. As followers of Jesus, we should not shrink back, but we should have the confidence that comes from God himself. And the third thing we're going to notice is that we have a part to play when it comes to living out our Christian lives. But it's not just we who have a part to play, the Holy Spirit does as well. So let's take a look at the text. Verse 5, he says, I remember your genuine faith, for you share the faith that first filled your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice. Now, if you happen to have kids at home or grandkids, I encourage you to take a lesson from this passage. We're supposed to pass on our faith to our kids. And then in verse 7, he says, God hasn't given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Christians aren't supposed to be wusses. Christians aren't supposed to be weak. There's a difference between being meek and being weak. Meekness is power under control, and that's exactly how we should live as Christians. Now, later in verse 13, he says, hold on to the pattern of wholesome teaching that you learned from me. And then he says, through the power of the Holy Spirit who lives within us, carefully guard the precious truth that has been entrusted to you. Notice, your part, hold on to the pattern of teaching, and God's part, the power of the Holy Spirit. So the Holy Spirit has a part, and you have a part to play. Don't forget that. So those are my three things for 2 Timothy chapter 1. Now you're ready to read it. I encourage you to take some notes, journal on it a little bit, and don't forget to talk about it with a group or a mentor.